In today's video, how to remove a lawsuit from Google search results. No matter what the lawsuit is, you can remove it. So the first thing is just simply don't panic. Don't be panicked, don't panic. I've been doing this for the past 11 years now, reputation management, helping you suppress negative links on Google. It's something that can be solved. Here's what I recommend you do. It's going to rank, okay? It's gonna be on page 1. What you need to have is a personal website. Chances are you don't have a lot of information about yourself on the web, and this is one of the reasons why it's ranking. So build a personal website. You can use WordPress. It's my personal favorite because it's very inexpensive, it's very scalable, but you can also use any of the other website builders if you're not confident in building your own site. Pro tip, if you go to Fiverr.com, you go to freelancer.com, you go to Upwork, you can have somebody commission to build you a site, and you can probably do it between 50 to 100 US dollars. Just ask them, how are you going to gain access to the site? Do you have access to login? Do you have access to the domain hosting? Make sure you figure all that out. If you need a tutorial on that, I can make it as well. But the first thing is to have a website, and then to have social media. If you don't have social media already, and you haven't built out any social platforms, it's gonna take some time. Google's not gonna trust you just built a Twitter, set up a LinkedIn. It's not gonna rank it straight away until you get some activity and some metrics. And you're doing all these different things in order to tell Google that, hey, this litigation, this lawsuit, this negative content in search results, it's not really that relevant. Okay, all these other things that this person does, their personal website, their biography about them, that's more important. You know, it's all their accomplishments, it's a bio about them. It's more important and more descriptive than the lawsuit. Social media, it's active, this person's using it. Maybe we won't make it the whole first page, but we'll sprinkle it in. So that's sort of how Google works. So now you have your website, you have some social media, and it's time to do some other things. Now, take a look at the litigation or the lawsuit. I want you to kind of classify it, okay? So you're gonna do a few things. This is gonna tell you, like, kind of understand your enemy. This link is your enemy. You're going to take the link of that lawsuit, okay? You don't even have to visit the link if you don't wanna give it clicks or impressions. I would say just right-click the lawsuit, okay? And then save or copy the link, okay? Then you're going to do a free Google search for domain authority checker. Domain authority is assigned by Moz, or it's an SEO company. Other companies too, like SEMrush, we have Ahrefs, they all assign a score. How powerful is a website? How authoritative is it in search engines? You're going to take that link, look up free domain authority checker, and then you're going to paste that litigation link straight into the domain authority checker. That is going to spit out a score. It's going to probably be pretty high. It's probably going to be between 70 to 90, 80 to 100. That's the domain authority of the link. That's how powerful it is. So what you need in general, right? It's not a hard and fast rule. Domain authority doesn't always work for rankings, but it's a really good place to start. You need websites that have higher domain authority than that site. Or if you're dealing with lower domain authority, you need a lot more metrics or factors that go in to the links that you're building that show Google that, hey, okay, this legal website may have a domain authority of 80, but it doesn't have, let's say, my name. It doesn't have Nadernejad in the title, and it doesn't have it 50 times in the litigation. So if there's a longer feature article with my face in it, with a photo in it, with a bio in it, with more information, it'll get outranked, even if it's not a 90 domain authority. But I want you to save it anyway. I want you to keep it in mind and say, okay, let's aim for links with higher domain authority. Then you could take a look at Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and you'll see they actually do have higher domain authority. So your chances of ranking, as long as Google trusts it, is going to be very, very high. So that's a really good way to see, okay, why is this link so powerful? Why is it ranking? And there's some other factors as to why it might be ranking too. Another reason why it can be ranking is simply because it's a different type of file or document that Google hasn't seen before on your name. And Google likes to show variety. That's why you can't build 50 personal websites and have them all rank. Google wants to show websites, socials, articles, a good combination, okay, at least to start. So you now know how authoritative that link is. You've now built your website. You've built socials. Here's something else I recommend you do. Beyond just the socials that I mentioned, the Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, there are many, many more socials that you can use and that you can leverage. I recommend you do that. We have a community. It's called School, or you can book a call with me. I'll show you how to do it on the call. Link in the description. There are over like 60 social networks. that you can build your name out on. There's like Crunchbase, you can use IMDb, you can use Pinterest, you can use SoundCloud, you can use About.me, leverage those as well. Once you've done that, you have even more tactics. You can commission somebody to write a positive professional article about you. So if you're in sales, a thought leadership piece on sales. If you're in real estate, maybe a press release on a new development that you're doing, or maybe a property that you sold, for example. If you're in a completely different space, just fill in the blanks. Once you've done that, you can then go and publish that online. So I would write it, for example, in third person. Online reputation management specialist, Nadernejad. This is the title, okay? Online reputation management specialist, Nadernejad, talks about how to fix online reputations. And then we start the article, Nadernejad, Toronto, works with 80% US clients to help them suppress negative links on Google. Here's how he does it. And then I'll write like a 500, 1,000 word article, third person, so I'm not saying me, I'm putting my name in it as if somebody else is writing it. Then I take that document, okay? I go to Fiverr.com. We have our own publisher, so we don't use Fiverr. We actually have a list of over 750 really high quality publishers, but if we count the whole list, like 3,000 of them, and then we pay a flat fee to get you published. However, for you, I would just go to Fiverr. I'd find some authoritative articles. There's going to be a bunch of posts on there. People are going to write, I'll publish your article for $20. I'll publish your article for $500. Ask them details. Use a domain authority trick I just showed you. Once you've done that, I would then take those articles, probably 3 to 5 a month, publish, rinse, and repeat. You use all of these tactics that I've just given you, and it is a very robust, lengthy, time-consuming campaign. You do all of these things, that litigation will then fall to page 2, it'll fall to page 3. Now we all know what lawsuits look like in search results. They generally don't look like anything. It's going to be like your name v. somebody else, v. Court of Ohio, whatever it is, you can suppress it. And most lay readers, meaning just if the person's not a lawyer, they're not doing due diligence on you, they're going to have no idea what this is. It just looks like some spam link, right? So that's the goal. Get everything off page 1, use those tactics, thank me later, and book a call if you need help. My name's Nader. Thanks for watching.